Dear presidents, dear governors and representatives of the regional governments, dear mayors, dear colleagues. I'm quite happy to be here today and to speak to you in actually the third meeting on the urban agenda. The first one was in Brussels. Some of you might have participated. And we had one in Vienna and one last week actually in Gdansk in Poland. It's a series of meetings what we organize from Jaspers, from the NCC department, together with the respective sector divisions. You will hear a bit more about that from my colleague Eugenia, because it covers not only smart city mobility, as you heard, it covers energy efficiency, it covers all type of projects which are important for you. I would like to give you a very short overview about what is Jaspers. And then I would also like to reflect a bit what I heard before from the two presidents, because I think we can cover, hopefully, to a certain extent, what was mentioned here. Because I must say I was quite happy to hear also that I think Mr. Patoulis mentioned precisely that we need to reach better the communities and the people on the ground. We have to be closer to the people, and that's exactly what we also feel. We had also the discussion in our last stakeholder meeting with the representatives of the countries. Greece has been present there too, of course, and the Commission, and that was one of the key topics, how better to address issues and to better be present for the people in the countries. Because it's not true that we are not doing already something, but it's not well communicated, and for sure we can do better in distributing funds to the maximum extent possible for communities and for the people in the cities. What is Jaspers? I mean, Jaspers was created some 11 years ago in order to, for the new member states joining the EC, for getting the projects better and to finally guarantee a better absorption of funds. The technical assistance, what we are doing is not to be mixed up with consultancy. We work together with you, with in particular the management authorities, that was the start, and advise on projects in whatever is needed. We first had a priority, and we still have the priority to advise on major projects. That means a threshold above 50 million. And of course, the majority of the project is in the transport sector, as it is also in Greece. Transport and water are the main areas, plus some of the actions are also in the smart development area, and I think Eugenia will reflect on that a bit more. However, we also identified in the advisory part, which is the main bulk of activities still for Jaspers, that we have to come closer, and that's the reason why we are here, to discuss the needs of the communities in the context of the urban agenda. And for this, we have also, after a series of presentations, we have also 3 interactive workshops in the afternoon on mobility, on smart development, but also on energy efficiency. And I would really welcome you and invite you to participate as much as you can from those. There is also a simultaneously translating provided. Therefore, I think it's really there, and you should profit from that. The second pillar after advisory is the so-called independent quality review, which means the fact that all major projects coming to the Commission will undergo a type of appraisal of an independent quality review team sitting in Brussels, belonging to Jaspers. I don't want to emphasize too much on that, because I think this is not the target of today. The third pillar is actually the one I'm dealing primarily with, which is sharing of best practices, capacity building. And that is indeed what is important also, I guess, for you in this context, because what we intend is to organize a type of events to present to you also on a project basis what is possible in terms of guidance, what can be done, what is a smart city approach, etc. And to distribute that, it's not only by presentations. We also have done, and I think we will increase that part. We want to also put together some of you with other countries, and then, of course, the profit is to learn from the positive, but also negative, the failures of other countries. And I think this is most helpful because you speak with your counterparts, with your peers in other countries. I think it is absolutely needed to be in contact with the communities, with the real people on the ground. And therefore, I think we are doing that today, and I'm quite impressed by the number of participants today. We have maybe roughly 100 people now, but we're expecting 50 more to come. And I don't think I will speak too much more because we are already a bit behind schedule, and I want to give the floor actually to my dear colleague Jochen, who is addressing on behalf of the Committee of the Regions some short words. Thank you.